My mom told me I was made for a reason right after a bone marrow harvest. No hug, no good job, just her saying, next time don't cry. Years later, my sister was gone, and my parents finally got what they deserved. My sister got leukemia when she was 4. My parents lived at the hospital after that. Chemo, radiation, trials, hope, crash, repeat. Then a doctor mentioned the word match, and suddenly I existed. I grew up thinking every kid got needles like homework. I remember being 3, strapped in a bed, sobbing over a blood draw. My mom stared at her watch like I was a delayed appointment. As soon as the vial filled, she yanked me up and rushed out. At home, everything was for my sister. Her birthday parties had balloons, music, shiny gifts, and laughing friends. Mine usually started with, "We're going to the hospital today." One nurse gave me a cupcake once and whispered, "Make a wish." I wished someone would love me for me. When I brought home a school award, my mom barely looked up. "That's nice," she said, then asked if I took my iron pills. My sister smirked and called me her walking medicine cabinet. Sometimes she went through my dresser like it was her closet. "Your blood is mine," she'd say. "Your marrow is mine. Your kidneys too." I believed her. I was a kid. Then I overheard doctors talking about my liver. Not more blood, not more marrow. A piece of me. Permanent. I tried telling a teacher I was scared, and she smiled like an idiot. Sometimes we do hard things for people we love. My parents never explained anything. They just woke me up early and drove in silence. I'd learned the plan after I was already in a gown. If the doctor started talking to me, my mom cut them off. She already consented. She'd snap like I was old enough to vote. The worst day was when I was 10. They rolled me into a bright room that smelled like cold metal. Then the nurse said, "We'll be taking marrow from your hip." I saw the needle. It looked like something meant for a horse. Slow motion. My hands clenched the sheet until my knuckles went white. Then the pressure hit, deep and brutal, like a drill in my bone. I screamed. I begged. My voice cracked into ugly little sounds. My mom didn't blink. She just said, "Be brave for your sister." Then it was over, and they walked out to her room, leaving me shaking alone. The only person who ever looked at me like a person was my aunt. She brought gifts that weren't for both girls. She asked what books I liked, what I wanted to be. When I finally broke and told her everything, her face went hard. Not angry at me, angry for me. A few months later, she showed up with CPS. My dad tried to block the door. My mom screamed I was killing my sister. The case dragged on while I still lived there. Every day felt like punishment for being alive. My parents kept repeating one line like a prayer. "We created you to save her. That's your purpose." The judge asked me one question in private. "What do you want?" No one had ever said that to me before, so I told him the truth. I wanted school, friends, sleep, a normal life. He denied their request to take from me again. When the court officer helped me pack, my mom grabbed my arm. Her nails dug in like claws. Her eyes were wild. "You're murdering your sister," she hissed. I pulled away and walked out anyway. 2 weeks later, my sister died. I didn't go to the funeral. I threw up, cried, and then felt something horrible in my chest. Relief, because for the first time, my body belonged to me. My parents went on the news calling me selfish. People at school whispered, "Someone spray-painted killer on my locker." So my aunt moved us 1,000 miles away. New town, new name, new air in my lungs. My parents didn't get a happy ending. Without my sister to save, they turned on each other. They divorced. They lost the only story that made them heroes. All they had left was what they'd done to me. Now I'm grown. I'm safe. I'm still terrified of hospitals, but I'm no one's spare parts anymore. My mother once said I had a purpose. Yeah, I do. And it's not dying for someone else. 13 years later, my dad tracked me down with a shaky letter. Same leukemia, same begging, same, "You're my only hope." I met him once, looked him dead in the eyes, and said, "I'm not a cure." Then I walked out with my spine straight for the first time. If he lived or died, it would be on doctors, not on my blood. My mom called me her little miracle. She meant inventory. I call it freedom, and I won it the hard way.